Good evening, friends. This is Srishti Dutta presenting before you a topic, an introduction to hypnosis, and we will see hypnosis in forensic science point of view. Okay, so let's start. What is hypnosis? Hypnosis is a normal natural state that you may experience sometimes without ever realizing. Okay, so it is said that hypnosis is a natural state or a normal state in which we experience things but we do not have any realization about our experience. Fine. Hypnosis is a heightened concentration in which your mind can focus on a set objective. It is said that hypnosis is a process which requires our full concentration to focus our mind or our everything in a particular objective or a particular thing. Okay, a trait that are very effective with clinical and forensic applications. Okay, hypnosis is a trait which is very effective when we apply clinical or forensic applications in it. Okay, hypnosis is completely safe and works best on people who possesses average or above average intelligence. So it is said that hypnosis is the safest process, or it is a totally safe process because it does not harm us physically, emotionally, or mentally, and it gives the best of its result when it is conducted or possessed in average or above average intelligent persons. Fine. Moving to the next slide, it is interviewing skills which should be kept in mind during the investigation or the interviewing process by the interviewer. Okay, interviewing skills. It is first, be an active listener. The interviewer or the person who is taking the interview should be an active listener. Okay, do not interrupt the interviewee. The interviewer who is taking the interview should not interrupt the subject or the interviewee in between. Okay, then monitor body language. Monitoring body language is the process in which we look after, or the interviewer monitors or records the body posture or the body language, how his hands or legs or body movements have been during the hypnosis process. Okay, next is do not provide information. It is not a TV show. Okay, so extra knowledge is not provided to the interviewee anyways, like you cannot inform anything to the interviewee during the hypnosis process. Okay, next, view the interviewee's account, testimonial account, and compare it to the forensic and physical evidence. The interviewee's account or whatever the details of the interviewee should be viewed by the interviewer before the interview process. Okay, moving to the next slide is the forensic interview process and induction techniques. First, progressive relaxation. During the hypnosis process, the subject should be relaxed, in a state of relaxation. Okay. Second, next step is counting backward. Whenever a person is hypnotized or being going through a hypnosis process, the backward counting is done during the hypnosis process. It uses a metronomic sound. Metronomic sound here means a peaceful or an enthusiastic or a very light sound which should be a background during the hypnosis process. Okay, the swing watch or pendant. A swing watch or a pendant is first of all swing before the subject or the interviewee. Next comes the conservation, or think of school. First of all, whenever the hypnosis process is done, the conversation or the main communication between interviewer and interviewee is started from the initial things, like your school, talking about the school. Okay, like that. Then the Spiegel eye roll. When the hypnosis process starts, the Spiegel eye roll things have been seen during the hypnosis process. Okay, next, arms rising and falling. During the hypnosis process or the initial process or the initial stage of hypnosis is going on, the rising of hands and falling of hands is being located. Okay, next slide. In this you can see that forensic interview process. First is physical eye roll, which we experience during the hypnosis process. You can see here that this is the first stage of eye when hypnosis is done. Then comes to the next, second, third, fourth and fifth. Again it continues as a sleeping eye process, and last is this stage of eye you can see. Next slide tells about the progressive relaxation, in which the interviewee is in a relaxed position. You can see in the picture as well. Next slide shows the possible environmental sounds. Okay, as I said that we must give a background music during the hypnosis, which must be peaceful. Okay, so you can have sounds for the oceans or the forest, which is totally peaceful. You can say possible environmental sounds. Okay, next slide deals about the forensic hypnosis signs. Okay, includes, first of all, REM. REM is the rapid eye movement. Whenever if we are conducting hypnosis, how we will be knowing that hypnosis has been started? So these are the signs which tells us that hypnosis process is being continued or hypnosis process has been started. First we will see REM. REM is the rapid eye movement process. Okay, we will see that there is a rapid eye movement during the hypnosis process. Okay, second is breathing change. Whenever hypnosis process is continued, we experience a high breathing rate. Okay, high breathing rate is seen. Breathing rate during the hypnosis process is higher. Okay, second comes the body posture. Also the change in body postures have been experienced during the hypnosis process. Next is the lethargy. Lethargy here means lack of energy and enthusiasm. We become dull or we lack in energy during the hypnosis process, which is known as lethargy. Then tingling in arms and or legs. Okay, arms and legs have a stinking effect in them, that is known as tingling. Okay, moving on to the next slide. Here is what are the barriers for memory recall. If we are to have a memory recall, what may be the barriers? Okay, so first is here drugs is mentioned, then alcohol, pain, other things that distract someone's attention span. Okay, so we can say that these are the stuffs which are mostly said can be the barriers of our memory recall. Next slide, moving on to the next slide, we see that how can you utilize forensic hypnosis. So since you have been totally briefed about the hypnosis process, now you can say that hypnosis is a process which can be applied in forensic somewhere. So how can we utilize forensic hypnosis? For missing persons, for missing property, missing memories, criminal witnesses, witnesses in civil cases. Like whenever a person is missing, we can hypnotize the witness or any suspect for finding out the missing persons. Missing property can also have its contribution by hypnosis. Okay, then comes the missing memories. If any person is having a sort of disease like amnesia, so we can recall the memories by the hypnosis process. Okay, then criminal witnesses are also undergone by this hypnosis process, and witnesses in civil cases also. Next slide, we talk about how can we benefit you and your agency, like how hypnosis can benefit you or your agency. Like first, closed cases get new leads to follow identical or additional leads. Okay, like we can say that if any case is being closed because they have find no leads or we do not have any evidence, and if you are having any suspect about that closed case, you can totally go through a hypnosis process for the suspect, and if you have any clue about the case, you can just show it to him or the suspect during the hypnosis process, and he will, or he can help, he or she can help during the hypnosis, the leads for the cases. Next is offer your client more options. We can get more options by the hypnosis process so that cases can get further investigation. Fine. Referral fees for recommendations when allowed by law. So it can be said that hypnosis is totally a process in which it says that hypnosis is totally a natural or normal state in which we experience things without our realization, and we can somewhat help in forensic investigation process. Okay, thank you.